I'm gonna shoot you.
Yeah. Jumpin', them boys up to something.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. This is Gallardo983 here. So a couple days ago I did my pullback video. This was when the market dipped. I told you guys the swings and some investments that I'm going to be getting into, and I did pick them up, and I got a couple other ones that I'm going to show you. And first of all, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click subscribe and the bell button next to it. And you can also click on the Robinhood referral right here. We'll both get a free stock if you sign up using that link. So the first one that I got into was Apple. I said I was going to get in below 175, around 172.50 area, but it did dip below, so I added more around 170.30, and then I added more around 170.60, and I got one day trade on there. I sold one of my swing, and then I got back in at a lower price, so that was a good profit on there, but I'm definitely going to be looking to get out around 175 plus, and I'm going to be holding the rest till 180. And I do want to hold this for long term, so if on the next pop-up I'll sell, and then the dip after that I'll get back in for 190, 200. I do expect this to go to 200 easily after February around earnings, and that's going to be really good for that. The next one was CSX. This was one of the most amazing swings I ever had. I got in around 56.50. Yeah, 56.50. It dipped a little to around 56.30, and then just popped back up to 57, and then it kept going up from there, 57.50, and it did reach 58. So if you look at the daily, it was amazing. It dipped right in the morning, and it just kept going up, and I kept holding that, and I still am. I'm going to hold that till 59. So I'm going to see if it can hit 60, but I'm going to take profits if it goes to 58.50, 59 area. And that's just my swing trade, but this is really good long term. If you look at the yearly, it has that nice dips where you can get in and sell at the pops, and it did fall recently just because of some railroad news that went on with Trump and all, but besides that, it's a really good company, and they did get some good news after, so it shot back up, and it's a really good dip on that one. So if you look at the EMA, it's below it, the 50 EMA. So if you get back in, and I bought it before I even got my buy alert actually, so that was pretty good read on the MACD and the oversold on that one. And this one I've been trading on and off. This is DHI. I got in on this around 51, and then I added more, or sorry, 50.50, and then I added more below 50 around 49.90 where it fell there. And I'm just gonna hold this through earnings. The earnings are on the January 31st of this month, so it's coming up in a couple days. I believe that is Wednesday. Let me check over here. Yeah, the 31st is coming Wednesday. So I know that earnings for that are coming out, and AMD are coming out. Next one I got in. So these three are home construction: DHI, ITB, and KBH. These are all in a dip, but long term they're really good. DHI did go up really fast right here. This 60, or I'd say 90-day period right here went up really high, so that's why it fell a little, and earnings are coming up. So, and actually Lennar brought it down, or sorry, NVR brought it down, so that's why home construction fell. That's why I'm getting the dip. And also got ITB. This is an ETF by iShares, so the home construction. This was on a dip. It was below the EMA line. It was on the oversold region. And also KBH. After earnings, it went up really high. It was 34, popped to 39 the next day, and even the day after, and then it came back down. So that's just oversold easily. You can see that it's below the 50 EMA line. Whenever it's below that, you want to look at the RSI, MACD, and you just want to see how it is on the graph. If you look at the yearly, it's steady growing, and recently they've been going up, so that's a really good dip to get on. So the ones that I'm looking for are the really oversold ones. Lennar that fell a lot from 72 to all the way 67, 82. So I don't want to take another home construction stock, but if you are looking for dips for long term or just to hold it, or if you're just looking for a swing trade, this is really good. And also Wynn, this is Wynn Resorts. This had some bad news with the CEO, or yeah, I believe it's the CEO, and it just bounced off the 50 EMA line, so you definitely know it's not going to go lower. So if I would say wait for the confirmation, maybe around 185, 187 area, and once the MACD starts going green, and it's definitely oversold here, it almost touched 30. So if you look at the daily on that one from Friday, it just it just fell right there. So I got a breakout alert on that one, but I'm gonna wait on it. And I would take a small position, maybe 10-20 shares, and just do that on a swing to like 200. And the last one also had a big dip. NVR Homes. This is a really big stock. First of all, if you're not gonna get in this by just looking at it, just listen to my listen to my advice why I want to get in this. So this one had a earnings, and the earnings were about 48, and the actual were 28 something. So this fell from 37 high to 32.81 low, and it just kept falling. So at about 32.50 area, and I did want to get in this on Friday, but it's just touching the 200 EMA line right there. So that's why I'm looking at getting in. I would only take like maybe 1 or 2 shares on this one and just play it for the couple hundred profits just by 1 share of this. I expect this to go back up soon, and it easily should. So I want to play this on the swing play, maybe around past 3,400. I'm gonna set my alert there, and once it starts going up, it's definitely a buy if it goes to 35.47 area. That's the 50 EMA, and then it just goes back up. So the home construction took a pretty big hit because of NVR, but let's see how that goes next week. They should be recovering. My favorite is DHI. If you haven't gotten in, I would definitely get in anywhere below 51 area, because the earnings should be good on this. Not just that, but this is a good long-term hold. So next week I'm looking at LEN, WYNN, and also NVR. That's going to be my next week's swings that I'm looking at. Most likely I'm just going to ride these swings through, and my ETF video that I made last week, I'm going to be looking at those as well. So looking at ETFs, SPY shot back up. You can see over here it had that dip when I made the video on the pullback, and just shot back up to all-time highs again. It pushed through, and it's gonna keep going. It's easily gonna go to 300 this year, maybe by June actually. And SVXY, I forgot to mention this swing trade. I sold this. I got in around 127, and I sold it at 128.50. So that was an easy more than $1.50 per share profit. But you could, if you want to hold this long term, you can. Definitely a buy below 130. It did hit 125.50. That was the lowest it went to, and it should definitely go back up to 135, 140, push back up, because markets are really strong right now, and this is a leverage ETF, so it should be pushing back up easily. So those are my swings for next week that I'm looking for. I definitely think Apple will push up a lot. It's definitely a buy here. It's not going to go lower than 170. Looking at the chart, you can see it had many bounces over here, so if you just draw the straight line right here, you can look at it. It should definitely bounce back up and go to 180. I expect this to be around 200 within a couple months. And my next big one should be DHI. This should be about 53, 54 after earnings, maybe even more. I'm looking to get out my swing trade on the partial around 51, 50, 52 before earnings. But if this does push up higher, I'm going to hold it and take it after earnings. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Lastly, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and click subscribe and click the bell button next to it. And also, if you haven't signed up for Robinhood, they're doing cryptocurrency trading and web platform and options trading coming up, so go ahead and click that for the referral. So this week, it's been pretty red. My swings were pretty good from last Friday into Monday, and then I had a couple of day trades, and then I had my swings from Thursday to Friday, and I'm holding some of them. I took profits on SVXY, so overall up about like $200, and it's a up and down week, so not bad for a red day or a red week. But I'm going to be looking for next week to be really hot, and they're going to be going back up. I think markets should be pushing strong. They are really strong, but I don't expect a big pullback coming up soon. They are overbought, but let's see. As they say, the trend is your friend. So let's see how next week goes. Alright guys, take care.